The president discovered that his wife, who had firmly insisted on divorcing him, was now working as a cleaner in a bar. In order to humiliate her, he pushed her toward a group of thugs and coldly declared that as long as she agreed to entertain them, he would consent to the divorce. But the next day, he learned from the news that his wife had been tragically murdered in that bar. When he arrived at the scene, he heard people cursing him, accusing him of being a heartless man. Yet in the past, they had once been deeply in love. On the eve of their wedding, the woman had begged her future husband to increase the bride price from 100,000 to 600,000 euros. The man immediately concluded that she was greedy and materialistic. From then on began 3 long years of indifference and contempt. On the day of their 3rd wedding anniversary, the woman was struck with acute gastroenteritis and didn't even have 100 euros to pay for medical expenses. Meanwhile, her husband was spending over 1 million euros to put on a grand fireworks display for his new lover. In despair, the woman asked for a divorce, but her husband treated it as a childish attempt to get his attention and mocked her. So how much this time? 50? 100? 150,000 euros. His mistress even sneered, saying, "You could give 500,000 euros to a beggar on the street without blinking. Why do you refuse to give even a little to your own wife?" Her words completely shattered the woman's heart. What the man didn't know was that in 3 years of marriage, she had never spent a single cent of his money. In the 600,000 euro bride price, she had never actually received it. On the eve of the wedding, she had learned that her mother was seriously ill and needed urgent surgery costing 600,000 euros. In panic, she had asked for that amount. But when she went to the hospital with the money, she discovered it was all a lie, an elaborate scheme orchestrated by her husband's mother solely to drive a wedge between them. Afterward, she tried many times to explain the truth to her husband, but received only sarcasm and humiliation. Naively, she kept trying to warm his heart and make up for the misunderstanding, but he repeatedly humiliated her in public. Eventually, she decided to end the relationship. When she returned home exhausted, the butler told her she was 1 minute late and not allowed to enter without money. She shivered outside the door all night. At dawn, when she was finally allowed inside, she dragged her numb legs to her husband, who was lying in his mistress's arms, and handed him the divorce papers. But the man first demanded that she repay the 600,000 euro bride price. Convinced that she had neither money nor support and could only endure his humiliation, he became crueler than ever. She then understood the reality. So long as he stood in her way, she would never be able to find a job. In desperation, she accepted work that no one else wanted, becoming a cleaner. But even then, he had no intention of leaving her in peace. He deliberately allowed his mistress to humiliate her. At one point, the woman even saw a glimmer of hope. She drank 60 glasses of alcohol to symbolically repay the 600,000 euros and sever all ties with him forever. But how could the man let her go so easily? With contempt, he declared, "If you spend the night with them, I'll agree to the divorce." As he turned away arm in arm with his mistress, he never imagined that it would be the last time his fate would ever cross with his wife's.